Viewers, good evening. I am going to talk about a decision that has upset Rahul Gandhi and Mamata Banerjee. The government of West Bengal has appointed Manoj Kumar Agarwal, the former chief electoral officer, as the new chief secretary. And the opposition has erupted in outrage. Rahul Gandhi calls it a reward for vote chori. Mamata Banerjee thinks this is shameless. The opposition wants you to believe that something illegal, something deeply wrong has happened here. So let us ask that one question that actually matters. Where is the law that was broken? Which section, which clause, which article of the Constitution that says that government cannot appoint an IAS officer who has served as an electoral officer to a senior administrative post? Viewers, no such things exist. The Constitution of India, the Samvidhan that the opposition talks about, does not bar such an appointment. The All India Services Act does not bar it. The Election Commission's own guidelines do not bar it. Mr. Agarwal is an IAS officer. He is empanelled, he is eligible, and the government has the legal, constitutional and administrative right to appoint him. And viewers, this is not my opinion. This is the law. And let's talk about propriety now, because, you know, that is the real question. The opposition is not saying it is illegal, they cannot. So they are saying it is improper, indecent, a backroom deal, etc., etc. Viewers, propriety is a mirror, and before the opposition holds it up to the others, they should take a long, hard look into it themselves. And I don't want to read the record of the previous governments, the Congress, TMC, over appointments and postings. It will come up during the debate. I just want to say that if the opposition is convinced or they truly believe in the sanctity of bureaucratic neutrality, as they have put it, they would have built systems to protect it when they were in power. They did not do that. They would have passed laws to prevent post-retirement rewards. They did not do that. They would have demanded a cooling off period for electoral officers. They did not do that. And now that the tables have turned, now that the government in West Bengal is not theirs, suddenly the Constitution needs protection. Suddenly the Samvidhan is in danger. Suddenly propriety is paramount. Suddenly every appointment is being painted as sinister. Let me say this clearly, viewers, if there is evidence that Mr. Agarwal manipulated elections, let it be produced, placed before the courts, and let the law take its course. But Rahul Gandhi calling something chori does not make it chori. So let me simplify this. Is this appointment legal? Yes, it is. Is this appointment constitutional? Yes. Is the officer in question qualified and empanelled? Yes. Has any court struck it down? No. Has any law been cited that is violated? No. And is the opposition's outrage consistent with their own record when they were in power? Absolutely not. So without any delay, let's open this up. Shehzad Poonawala, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji, Faizan Kidwai, the national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Professor Manojit Mondal, Riju Dutta, political analyst, Karan Verma completes this panel. Kamruzaman ji, Rahul Gandhi is saying this is a reward for vote chori. Can you explain how, which law has been violated here, sir?
We come point by point to your question. First and foremost, the first administrative decision of the Suvendu Adhikari government was to ask all those officers who were on extension to immediately relinquish their posts, whether they are in the highest secretary level post or as chairman or any other functions within the West Bengal government. Now come to the second point. Manoj Agarwal, the erstwhile chief electoral officer of West Bengal, was appointed as the chief secretary of West Bengal, no problem in that. But coming to this, he is due to retire in July 2026. So you have got just 2.5 months for him to be as the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. Point number 3, when Suvendu Adhikari was visiting Manoj Agarwal in the election office with various complaints of voter irregularities or during the SIR process, or that video which went viral showing Suvendu Adhikari carrying 6 lakhs names and getting into Manoj Agarwal's office saying these are all goosepaitias and these names need to be deleted. Now the point here is that time it was okay. Slowly by slowly, the entire deal turned into a post-election deal that happened prior to the SIR process.
Let me help you with the right word, quid pro quo.
Call it. Now the point is that Manoj Agarwal is qualified to be the chief secretary. Yes, of course he is qualified. He is due to retire in July 2026. Yes, he is due to retire.
Sir, ये तो आप वो बोल रहे हैं जो मैं बोल चुका हूं. Sir, आप अपना भी कुछ बोलिए. I have said all of this.
That's why I say that this is rather a political message rather than a governance decision. Once you
what is wrong?
Somebody,
no, 1 minute. What is wrong? No. What is wrong with the political message? What do governments do? They also send political message. इसमें problem क्या? How is Rahul Gandhi calling this chori or reward for chori? What do you have as proof?
90 lakh people have been deleted from the voter list.
Kamru what is the proof?
Wait. Let me finish first.
No, 1 minute. This 90 lakh thing or whatever the figure is, courts are seized of it. The Supreme Court will decide. Who is Rahul Gandhi to say this is reward for chori? And let me tell you, this 2 months that you're counting, that he retires in 2 months, he can get an extension, as have the others.
I said no, all those officers in extension have already been retired compulsory by the Suvendu government.
So when the law is violated, sir, when we have this debate in July you said is due to retire, then you bring it up. In May, it is your arguments are not valid.
Commissioner, overturning making a law in the parliament, one-sided law, appointing the chief election commissioner.
You should have made that law. How many years was the Congress in power, Kamru? Now you remember that, this law was missed. Do you know how many laws you've misused? I will come to that eventually. Let me bring in Faizan Kidwai. Boliye, sir.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
सर क्वेश्चन तो आप लोग पूछ रहे हैं सर, सवाल आप लोग उठा रहे हैं, बोल रहे हैं ये चोरी है, ये प्रूफ है, ये रिवॉर्ड है फॉर चोरी.
Right. See, Pranesh, first of all, good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. See, Pranesh, whatever little pretense of propriety BJP had, it has finally dropped that pretense also. See, Bengal already has a chief minister, unfortunately, in Mr. Suvendu Adhikari, who was caught on camera taking bribes, and BJP wanted him behind bars. Today, there's a chief secretary who ensured that SIR happens on the constituencies, on the seats where BJP's performance last time was abysmal. If you read this data I have, that around 99, there are such seats, 99 of 150 seats, on which the vote deletion exceeds the winning majority. BJP has won 99 of those seats. The last time where the TMC's vote share was 33% and BJP is only 13%. Maximum SIR deletions have happened there. 27 lakh people are under adjudication. There's this officer who was in charge of listening to the pleas of the individuals who came up to him that kindly get my things fixed because I have all the documents. There was one candidate from Congress party. His name is some Sheikh, if I'm not mistaken.
That's okay, whatever his name be. No, Faizan Kidwai, cut to the chase. What is your point? What is illegal here? Is there a law that has been violated?
Pranesh, the thing which is illegal is the messaging that Bharatiya Janata Party is giving. That forget about any cooling period. If you are somebody who protects us, if you are somebody who sides with us, if you are somebody who benefits us, we'll give you crumbs the moment we come to power. This is what has happened with Mr. Manoj Kumar. Unfortunately, this is not governance, Pranesh. This is...
Mr. Kidwai, then if you're so convinced of the facts that supposed facts, you should approach the Supreme Court, challenge the verdict and this appointment. Let's see how that goes in the court of law. Professor Mondal, what is the issue? The TMC says this is a shameless decision.
There is no legal bar in appointing a person who has given you so much of benefits in the form of electoral genocides. I do not see any legal problem. Like it happened in case of Mr. Ranjan Gogoi, there is no legal bar. But these things are happening in India and it's fine. I mean, why do you go to get justice? You don't get justice anywhere.
United Nations.
The only court that you have, the People's Court. Unfortunately, and very unfortunately, TMC has failed there. I have to say this, right? TMC should now come out of their house closets and go to the People's Court. And they should really, be behind the members, the TMC cadres who are getting attacked every day and every now and then.
No, TMC people are coming out. We have one person who was in the TMC, is now out of the TMC. You want more people to come out?
42. No, I was never a formal part of TMC.
No, I'm not talking about you, Professor Mondal. I'm not talking about you.
And I was extremely happy about this because I was not qualified. I was not qualified. No, hang on. I was not qualified to become a spokesperson. I was quite happy. There are far more talented people like the person who is sitting there who are far more talented than me. So they qualified and I was happy with what I was doing. The fact remains that Mr. Pranesh, TMC still had 80 MLAs, 42 MPs.
That's okay, Professor Mondal, but look at the debate. How is the opposition saying that this is not right on part of the BJP? You have nothing to substantiate that charge on. Rahul Gandhi can declare someone is a terrorist. Does not mean that that person becomes a terrorist. You know what he said about Sadhvi Pragya. So let's not go there and, waste time. Shahzad Poonawala, respond to what you've heard. Not just from, people on the panel, but the larger commentary from the opposition. Rahul Gandhi, TMC, etc.
You started off this debate by asking a question to the audience. Which law was broken? You should have asked a question before that, actually, Pranesh. Where is the vote chori? The SIR maximum number of seats, 20 seats where the maximum deletions took place, maximum have been won by TMC. They said the same election, chori and SIR in Bihar, no evidence provided. In Maharashtra, Haryana, no evidence provided. In Kerala, they have won an election, by the way. Same election commission, same SIR, no complaint. In Bengal, full complaint. Now let me come to the appointment of Mr. Manoj Agarwal as the Chief Secretary. It is the practiced established norm in state governments that the senior most IAS officer should be given the chance to become the Chief Secretary. Mr. Manoj Agarwal happens to be a 1990 batch officer. And therefore, not only is he deserving, it is as per the procedure that he should be made. Yes, because Mamata Banerjee superseded senior most officers and made hand-picked people her chief secretary. For instance, Nandini Chakravarti, 94 batch, superseded 6 IAS officers to become chief secretary. Therefore, they feel that we should also break the norm and the law. Point number 1. Point number 2, Mr. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary is from Congress. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary in Kerala in 2007, when Congress government was there, KJ Thomas, CEO of Kerala, was appointed as Chief Secretary after elections in 2007. आप करे तो चमत्कार, दूसरे करे तो गुनेगार. Thirdly, बाकी सब तो the CEO तो छोड़ दो. MS Gill made minister. TN Session given Congress ticket. VS Ramadevi made Secretary General of Rajya Sabha. Baharul Islam, a judge, was made a member of parliament. 9 IPS officers, not 1, 2, 3. 9 IPS officers made MPs and ministers and other things by Mamata Banerjee. Last one being Rajiv Kumar. So I want to ask, what is the immorality here? If it is legal and constitutional, it is fully moral. So this shows that they have no argument to make. Actually, why they are opposing this? And by the way, what is the contradiction in the argument? If this appointment is for 2 months, as said by Kamru Chaudhary, then how is this even a quid pro quo? By if you have worked for me, so-called stolen the election, you will take an appointment for 2 months. So Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, you are like the Hamza. He is Hamza Mazari of Congress. He has, by saying that it is a 2-month appointment, he has accepted that it is not a quid pro quo.
Karan?
So, Pranesh, you started the show by saying, is it legal? Yes. Is it constitutional? Yes. I'll go further. Is it pro-administration? Yes. Is it pro-governance? Yes. Is it pro-West Bengal? Absolutely. And I think, one has to be absolutely unapologetic in backing this appointment. We need worthy, talented, genuine people in plum positions to operate and make sure that West Bengal goes to greater heights. Here is a man who doubled down at a time when he was surrounded by these gundas from TMC. They were entering his office. He gave a loud and clear message that I am going to follow the procedure and I am not going to be intimidated by anyone. In fact, he sent out a clear message to the ECI also. When the ECI was collaborating with the CEO of the West Bengal government, of West Bengal, that greater CISF deployment is a must here. He himself had to take CISF protection. His life was under threat, but he did not ever buckle down under pressure. In fact, he called out the TMC goons and said that our CISF people and the CAPF units are not here to sit idle. So, someone who presided over one of the safest, not one of the, in fact, I'll correct myself, the safest and the fairest election in the history of West Bengal after independence, for sure, he is a man who is worthy of taking up this role. And what all has Suvendu Adhikari done, by the way, ever since he's come to power? He made sure that the land for the BSF is transferred right away. The process for transferring has begun. In 45 days, it will be completed. So this man means business. And so does Mr. Manoj. So I think there is a clear compatibility here. I think he should get an extension. We need worthy officers like these. So
no,
I
you are
don't
saying
think
this man
any
means
problem.
business, the CM means business, the opposition says yes, business. There's a deal going on between the former CEO and, now the man is the chief secretary. I think Professor Mondal wants to say something quickly. Then I'm coming to you, Dr. Dutta.
So I repeat, there is nothing illegal about it. But if the Congress did it, you also follow the same. Why is the difference? I mean, it's clearly this person had failed to bring back to those 4 million people in the electoral list. If you see that he successfully oversaw the election, it's up to you. 200 people were killed even before the election happened. See, yeah, these people were killed without any bloodshed. You can call them, bloodless killing of 200 people, including the officers who were working under them. What is justice? It's clearly
Mondal, now you are really stretching the argument. I think you'll have to write another book. You've written one on Shakespeare. You'll have to write another one. Dr. Riju Dutta, good to see you. What happened with the TMC?
Nothing happened with the TMC. TMC from 215 came down to 80. And I thanked the BJP, so I am suspended. So that's all that happened in a nutshell.
No,
But,
why did you get so disillusioned with the TMC?
I did not get disillusioned. With these Tatkal BJP, what I mean by Tatkal BJP is the goons of the left, which became goons of TMC in 2011, further became goons of BJP on 4th May, 4 p.m. 2026. And they started ransacking my house, giving threats to my family. At that time, my leadership did not pick up my call. It is the BJP Delhi and the BJP Bengal leadership that protected me and my family. And out of courtesy for what they have done for me, I just said thank you. And that was a cardinal sin, and I am suspended from the party.
No, Dr. Datta, you see, when you released that video and you said I was under pressure from the party to abuse that police officer, you did not realize when all of that was happening, you realized this after the results came out.
No, when I was asked to do this, there was a carrot of a Vidhan Sabha nomination hanging over my head. I was the national spokesperson of the party, and that particular video, if you see, Pranesh, it was shot in the party headquarters on a party line, and whatever I said was said by party MP Rajiv Kumar half an hour back on the steps of the Election Commission of Calcutta, and that video was released from the official handles of the party.
Dr. Datta, then you are admitting that had you got the assembly nomination, had you got the assembly ticket, like Mr. Rajiv Kumar, he's sitting in parliament, he's a member of parliament. आपको टिकट नहीं मिला तो आप ये वीडियो बना के आपने डाल दिया.
नहीं. But why did I apologize to this IPS officer is because I will tell you categorically. Because after the party lost the mandate, I was not given any help. I was not provided any legal support. And there are enraged people all over the country trying to do FIRs against me from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I spoke to the senior leaders of BJP in Uttar Pradesh who helped me. And I'm saying this on record, who helped me and my legal counsel, who said, to soften the blow, you do this. Because I did not do it on a personal capacity. I did that as the national spokesperson of a party from the party headquarters, and it was released in the party social media.
No, but then the right thing, Dr. Dutta, is to not talk about it. You know, that is what people with conscience would do. If you did something in your capacity as the national spokesperson of the TMC, just because you're out of the TMC, suspended by the party, what have you, does not mean that, you know, you come out and say, look, whatever I said, whatever I did was under pressure, was asked by the party to do, etc. You have a mind of your own. Somebody, you join another party, someone asks you to abuse the Prime Minister, you do it, and tomorrow you say I was under pressure by the party to do it.
Pranesh, you work for an organization, you get an editorial line, you do shows, but sometimes when you are doing this show, if the organization leaves you out and you personally are subjected to FIRs, your family is subjected to torture, you will do everything to protect yourself, your family and your livelihood. And I did that because the party I gave 13 years of my life to just disowned me without any legal support, without any hope. And when all this was happening, this post-poll violence by these Tatkal BJP goons, nobody even messaged me, are you okay, are you alive? It is in Bhagavad Gita that your first responsibility is to save and protect your family and your livelihood. And I did that. I'm not apologizing for that.
No, I am glad that Riju has seen what was right and what is wrong. And whatever he may have said before the elections, that he was challenging people, that he wouldn't come on TV if the TMC lost, all that is bygones. But having said that, I just have a couple of things to ask. I'm glad that he was candid that there was a carrot of Vidhan Sabha because of which he said those things. And now that the carrot of Vidhan Sabha is not there, so he has chosen to speak the truth. But I just want to ask Riju, since he said that the BJP people have helped him and have protected him, he has tweeted, and let me quote this tweet, Amit Malviya hires and endorses rapists and has been against women's reservation. And then he has said that the BJP is Bangla Birodhi. Then he has said that rapist recruiter Amit Malviya and his gang should have been celebrating rather than being a crybaby. He has also tagged West Bengal police in many cases to take action on BJP leaders for no rhyme or reason. And he also said, TikTok, Amit Malviya's time has come, the time is clicking. So I just want to know if these tweets, because I asked him yesterday and he said these tweets were provided to him by IPAC. So can you please show us when IPAC provided you these tweets, at whose instance? And if these were your tweets, maybe you want to apologize to Amit Malviya and the BJP?
On another show, Shahzad, and I have some screenshots. I don't know I have the screenshot of this particular tweet or not. Every tweet typed was sent to every spokesperson to amplify something, propagate something, or target one particular person. In this instance, Amit Malviya, where you cannot even change a comma, full stop, or an exclamation mark. And I will put it on Twitter, some screenshots of those tweets.
No, Dr. Dutta, 1 minute. So as long as, 1 minute. My problem is very simply this. I understand threat to your life, to your family. You know, it affects anyone and, you know, should affect anyone. But having said that, you've just admitted that had you got an assembly ticket, कोई problem नहीं होता.
मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोला. Please don't twist the words here. I don't expect this from you. I just said there were incentive. You are incentivized. You are given lollipops. Carrots are dangled over your head. And remember, I did the toughest assignments for my party. From Panchayat election in Nandigram, Suvendu Adhikari, the Vidayak, who is the Chief Minister, to 27 days in Nandigram for Shevas Roy. Days before the election result came out, Trinamool Congress...
No, so all that... No, 1 minute. So they were means to an end. All those things were means to an end. Sir, ye jo carrot hai, lollipop in your words, you did not get the lollipop, so you have a problem now.
Editor of a channel, which I can see there. You are also working very hard for the channel, but you believe because of your efforts, you will be rewarded either by appreciation or by...
Dr. Dutta, I'll tell you the difference between a political party and a news channel, sir. We work for the people. Ye carrot or stick nahi chalta yahan pe. Sirf facts chalta hai. And if you're not convinced... 1 minute. Let me tell you. If you're not convinced about a story, a line, you can say no. No one puts a gun on your head and say, ye bol do.
You say no, then from next time, you're not on TV.
That's okay. That depends on the person. That's a choice you make. You made a choice. You were waiting for the carrot never came.
I just have one last.
Not a nepo kid. I listen to Shehzad. I am not a nepo kid.
No,
I have not got anything easy. No, I have not got anything easy.
But Dr. Datta, nobody has got it easy. Yeah, nobody on the panel. I don't know about,
Let me cut some slack to Riju, if you allow me. I take what Riju is saying completely on board. Riju, let's just do this. With permission of Pranesh, if you can extend the show for 15 minutes. I'm sure you would have some screenshot where you were told to call Amit Malviya, our very senior leader, rapist recruiter. Calling somebody a rapist, I can understand you can call somebody corrupt, you can say A, B, C, D. I call Monojit as, somebody supporting a wrong party. Rapist recruiter is a big thing. So I'm sure you remember who said this to you, or you have the screenshot. Why don't you tell us who in the IPAC gave you that instruction? Chalo, screenshot to you provide baad mein, you put it out later, but it was on your phone. You said it comes in a typed message, right? So somebody typed rapist recruiter Amit Malviya. So tell us who sent that to you.
These are the people who used to handle the party. These people from IPAC, they are 22, 24-year-old young boys and girls from different states.
Tell us their name, that's okay, they're adults.
See, why do I jeopardize them? Shehzad, I'm saying on record, I will find those screenshots and I will take those screenshots and I will tweet
you
it.
You are working on the instruction of a 24-year-old.
I will tag you. We were bound to. We were bound to. I have set it on record to ANI.
You are going to provide me. One second. Let me just get clarity.
Was run by IPAC.
That's okay. Riju, I'm getting clarity. So by tonight, you're going to tag me on this tweet where you've called Amit Malviya a rapist recruiter. You're going to tell me who said that to you.
He's not said a time.
No, he said that. Let's keep it. No, because he said he won't come on TV also. So let's keep a timeline. By tonight, why don't you find the screenshot and tag me? I'm happy to be tagged so I can show it to Amit Malviya and my party that look, these are the kind of atrocities Mr. Riju Dutta was being subjected to.
First of all, I do not know whether I have this exact tweet, but the tweets that used to come against Amit Malviya and others, I'm going to do a sample collage of it and I'm going to tag you and I'm going to tweet you. The timeline, please don't dictate me. I will do it and I will tag you and I'm saying this on record.
Okay, sir, you don't want any dictation now because there is no carrot that is on offer. But you were taking dictations then in the hope of getting a carrot. But Dr. Datta, it's okay. I am glad that you are at least speaking your mind and not doing so either out of fear or, in the hope of a carrot. Karan?
So, Pranesh, at the outset, I wish for the safety and security of Riju Datta's family. Of course, that is paramount. But just look through what he said here. He just said, I was being offered a carrot, he went to a carrot, then he went to a stick, then he said, I won't get to be on TV. This man, with all due respect, for the last 2 years, every single time, when Hindus were being massacred in West Bengal, when women's security went for a toss, this man was defending Mamata Banerjee in the crudest possible terms. Today, when security has reached his doorstep, when breach of security has reached his doorstep, he suddenly feels the pain. But look through his design. He never once felt the pain. He was bothered about what position I'm getting, what post I'm getting. So that's the devious design that is exposed on your show, and I'm glad. Which is why I can always wish for the safety of his family and himself, but I can never empathize with someone who does a U-turn when he feels the pain and pays zero.
Karan, you can call it U-turn. No, 1 minute. It can also be, you see the flip side of that argument is that for you this is U-turn, but for Dr. Datta, it could well be, a moment of realization. Sometimes you don't realize things in the, when you're in the thick of things. So let's give him that benefit of doubt. Yes, Dr. Datta.
I do not need patronizing from Karan. Okay, he has never been a political party. He is an author, political analyst. He comes on channels. But let me tell you, when I worked as a national spokesperson of the party, what I did my job, and I will not apologize for it. But when the matter came when my party deserted me, it was about my safety, my family's safety. I did what needs to be done. And if I have thanked the people who saved me, and for that, if I get suspended, I don't care. But what I did I defended the indefensible for my party. Time and again on your show, on your channel. यही तो काम है नेशनल स्पोक्सपर्सन का. That is what Shehzad does. That is what I do. That is what every national spokespersons do. Shehzad can sound holier than thou now.
बता दीजिए शहजाद, आपको कौन सा कैरेट दिख रहा है?
Just to let you know, in my party, I'll tell you how my party works. My party has given me clear-cut instruction that if there is national interest, people's interest and party interest, dump the party interest and keep the people interest first. That is the standing instruction given to me by my party. And if I in fact do contrary, I will be removed. So my party has given me clear cut. I don't know what instructions you were following. You clearly knew what was right. You knew BJP Karyakartas were being killed, Hindus were being slaughtered. You took the side of power.
He was under pressure then. It's, you know, let's believe Dr. Datta.
I am.
That's
why I'm going to wait for the screenshots.
Pranesh, 1 second. Shehzad is being holier than thou. But when Unnao and Hathras happened, when Brijbhushan happened, he was defending Brijbhushan on national TV.
We sacked Kuldeep Sengar.
What are you saying? Karan, Shehzad, don't
Kuldeep Sengar.
Be real. Be real.
Yes.
Can you sack Bandi Sanjay now? Can you sack him?
Absolutely.
Can you say national
there
TV?
Should be, if he is involved in it, there should be action on it. Absolutely, there should be action if there is action. If there is something against him, there should be
Datta, I
action.
said that. No, 1 minute. Dr. Datta, you see, I'll tell you the problem. I said it in the beginning. Just because Rahul Gandhi says vote chori, does that mean there is vote chori? I'm sure you are aware of Rahul Gandhi's tweet about Sadhvi Pragya. Wo abhi bhi hai. He has not pulled it down. Rahul Gandhi declared Sadhvi Pragya terrorist. Is that the right thing to do? Carrot, state, whatever it is not. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get carried away. Professor Mondal?
I think I also worked for this party as a spokesperson, you know, in 2021 and 2022. I was just looking at the brief.
Sir, अभी आपने बोला I am not qualified enough to be a spokesperson. अभी आप बोल रहे हैं कि I worked for the party as a spokesperson.
At one point.
Now, you know it very well. I was working as a spokesperson for one and a half years. It was very much on the cards. When you go to your shows, you'll find it. But what I'm trying to say is that the party has never pressured me to write something on my Facebook wall or on my social media. In fact, I clearly remember one day, you know, the money was tumbling out of Partha Banerjee's friend's house. I was in the middle of a live show. July 2022, exact date, I think 23rd July 2022. I was doing a show and I had no brief from the party.
No, so are you saying you did not get any messages from IPAC? Professor Mondal,
So I think
IPAC team never told you what to say, what to write?
Messages. No.
Did you?
I can tell you till 2023 March, I was the spokesperson of the party till 2023 March. So till that point of time, I did not get any kind of pressure from the party.
Right. So
that you have to write this.
So you're conceding. See, Professor Mondal. So you're conceding by your own argument and the logic therein. You're conceding that, you know, there are individuals who vote without fear or favor, right?
I really don't know what happened after 2023.
Sir, you can talk about yourself. You were working without fear and favor.
In fact, I tell you one more thing. One more thing, Mr. Pranesh. It's not that I have no connection with the party. The party knows very well what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. But they never pressured me to say something. Even now I'm saying. It's not that I don't speak for the party. I'm not formally speaking for the party. But they never pressured me.
Okay, Professor Mondal, do you believe Dr. Datta's story then? Do you believe Dr. Datta's story?
I don't know what... I mean, I don't really know.
Okay, you don't know.
Really know.
He is responding to what he's heard. Yes, Dr. Datta.
I will say this. Professor Manoj Mondal is a professor of English in Jadavpur University, one of the most premier institutions in this country. He was also part of our professors, panel. And this gentleman, who's such an erudite, highly knowledgeable, educated man, was sacked from his position of spokesperson. He was removed from the panel of professors by the then education minister. So this is the plight of an English literature professor of Jadavpur University. He has to come on his own accord to TV shows as a political analyst. What else can I say?
You don't have to. You've said enough. You've said enough, and I don't know what the viewers will make of it. Professor Mondal, देखिए आपको sympathy भी मिल रहा है, respect भी मिल रहा है. वो उस समय किसी ने आपके लिए आवाज नहीं उठाई थी.
No, I love to do it because I'm political analyst. I'm with Pranesh. Otherwise, I won't be with Pranesh.
Okay.
Okay, so last, let me just, because I'm curious. So Riju, you want to accept that Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee are corrupt to the core and anti-Hindu?
Why should I say that? Let the courts decide. If Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee is corrupt, now your government is there in Bengal, open the file, state legal courts.
But you just
Who am
said
I
yesterday,
to make such comments?
You just said yesterday that in TMC people were pressured to shut up when Hindus were being tortured. So Mamata Banerjee is anti-Hindu, that's why she allowed or did not allow people to speak up, right?
Don't try this tricks with me. If you
Riju,
have
maybe
an
you
opinion,
want to-
you have,
Riju,
you have an opinion,
Riju,
you keep your opinion.
Riju,
If Mamata Banerjee
Riju ji,
and Abhishek Banerjee
Riju ji,
are corrupt, your
maybe-
government is in Bengal, take the legal course.
Maybe
पर रोक रहा है।
Riju, you want to take, I don't like to give free advice, but maybe you should cut down a little bit on the arrogance. Perhaps you should cut down a little bit on the arrogance. Everyone can see through the charade you're putting up. I am sure that there are going to be no
Okay,
screenshots
gentlemen,
about Mr. Malia.
let's not get
Thank
personal
you.
here. Let's not get personal. Kamru Zamanji, just like Professor Monojit Mondal was under no pressure to do anything, for the party that he was working for. Why is the opposition jumping the gun on Mr. Agarwal? The courts have not said there was vote chori. There is no proof. You are on mute, sir. You've muted yourself.
Pranesh, am I audible now? The point is that, Pranesh, for 52 years, Congress is not in power in West Bengal. But people like us in official capacities or in unofficial capacities have never badmouthed our party. Look at Shehzad sitting in your studio. He wanted to be the Congress AICC president. He did not. He could not succeed. He changed the party, went to BJP and has become the spokesperson of the party. What an achievement. The longest serving suspended Congress leader, Sanjay Jha, one of your panelists who regularly comes on your show, he has never badmouthed the Congress. In fact, he supported the Congress party of his policies. Now, this is a spineless man who has come on show and wasted 15 to 20 minutes of our time on a topic which needed to be discussed more importantly. So as a protest, Pranesh, tonight I am not going to sit with this panelist who is a spineless guy who is bad-mouthing his ex-wife party.
But sir, one minute. Kamru Zamanji, 1 minute. Sir, people have the right to their opinion, their views. Why talk in this tone? Kamru Zamanji, you're a reasonable person. Please, let's be. Please. Kamru Zamanji, calm down. Aap gussa ho gaye. Let's not get carried away, please.
It's a matter of principle. It's a matter of principle. Today, Faizan
matter of principle.
Here.
Okay, no, 1 minute. Let me ask you a question on principle. I am glad you used the word. You remember a couple of days ago, last week, you said that Congress came out of the alliance with the DMK because DMK is anti-Sanatan.
I said yesterday, we will never badmouth Stalin. We'll never badmouth DMK.
1 minute. No, you cannot badmouth Stalin. But you can badmouth Sanatan. And you will keep quiet on people who badmouth Sanatan. Udyanidhi today in the assembly in his first address, berated Sanatan again. He is calling for eradication of Sanatan. Kamru Zamanji, let's talk of principles. Aap bataiye is pe take a principled stand.
It's a very foolish and a rubbish statement.
Foolish argument. Now that the shoe is on the other foot, it's a foolish argument.
No. Last year also, when Stalin said this, Udyanidhi Stalin said this on your show. I criticized.
No, 1 minute. That was last year.
I refused to come on your show on that debate particularly.
But Kamru Zamanji, you must take a stand. Why are you keeping quiet? What is this silent protest? 1 minute. No. What about your leaders, senior leaders that you're talking about, and the great sacrifice that you're doing for your party and the leaders? Why are they silent on this, Karan?
No, I think, look, when Kamru Zaman shows his side, when he says that I am pro-Sanatan and he was walking out of the alliance because DMK was hurting Sanatan sentiments, I think it's a joke because Kamru Zaman himself has been a repeat offender time and again on debates, calling people Gobar Chhap and all these things, Gau Mutra, पीते हो तुम लोग. He's said this so many times. So he's spoken about Sanatan Hindu religions in a very deriding tone. So, and I also pointed out that, Pranesh, right away, that Priyank Khadge himself has spoken the same tone. On
One
4th
Congress
September
MLA has,
2023,
said the
he
same
said, of
thing.
course,
Today.
Sanatan Dharma is equal.
You're right. Karan, you're right. And Dr. Datta, finally, let me ask you on this, the abuse directed at Sanatan. What is your take? If Mamata Banerjee is silent, if Rahul Gandhi is silent, if both of them are silent, what does it make them?
It makes them complicit to this abusive statement. You cannot make this statement. I think you cannot forget inside the halls of an assembly, you cannot make this statement ever. How can you say this? How can you say this? Can Udayanidhi's talent say this about any other religion? सिर्फ सनातन को ही दिल बड़ा करके सब
नहीं, ये तो आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की है. So Mamata Banerjee by that standard is anti-Sanatan?
Mamata Banerjee is a practicing Hindu.
That's okay, sir. You may be a practicing Hindu.
So I have not heard such statements from Mamata Banerjee.
Let me refresh his memory. Let me refresh. Madan Mitra had said Ramji is Muslim. You came and defended it. I remember the debate.
No. मैंने कभी ये defend नहीं किया.
So why did Mamata Banerjee not act on Madan Mitra?
Should have acted.
Okay. Let's not stretch that. Dr. Datta, thank you for joining us on this one. Hope to see you again, on other debates and stay safe. Thank you.